In this video, we will demonstrate how to install the Falcon SC71 closer and perform initial adjustments. We will install the Falcon SC71 closer on the push side of a hollow metal frame and door, and will be using a parallel arm. These are the tools you will need. In the box, you will find the closer, regular arm, parallel arm bracket, rod and shoe, cover, screw pack, instruction sheet, and stick-on template. Unless specified otherwise, the Falcon SC71 is a universal closer that comes with all parts necessary to be installed with a regular arm, parallel arm, or top jamb mount. The screw pack contains fasteners for wood and metal openings. You will have screws left over at the end of this installation. If this is a new construction project, check the hardware schedule to confirm you have the correct closer for the opening. Check the opening for other hardware mounted on the top jamb. Items such as a coordinator or overhead holder can affect the installation of the closer, and special templates may be required. Ensure the door swings freely, fits into the frame without binding, and that any latching hardware engages easily. There should be a 1/8 inch gap on the top and sides between the door and frame. Determine the handing of your door.
To determine the hand of your door, first put your back to the jamb where the hinges are. If the door swings to your left, it's a left-hand door. If the door swings to your right, it's a right-hand door.
Next, determine how far the door opens and find the matching line on the template. In this opening, the door will open to 150 degrees. With the door closed, affix the self-adhesive template to the inside of the door, aligning the edge of the template with the hinge and top edges of the door, as shown on the label. For doors with pivots or swing clear hinges, locate the closer and shoe from the pivot point of the door. Using the center punch, mark the locations to be drilled on the door and frame. Remove the template from the door. Follow the screw chart on the front page of the installation instructions to determine the proper fasteners for each step. This chart also shows the size of the pilot hole needed for each type of screw. Using a number 7 drill bit, drill pilot holes in all marked locations on the door and frame. Using a 1/4-20 tap, tap each hole on the door and frame. The Falcon SC71 spring power can be adjusted to provide proper closing force for your door. Please note, an improperly adjusted spring may result in personal or property damage. Using the chart and the instructions, determine the spring power setting based on the door width and location of the opening. Falcon measures spring power by number of turns. Locate the door width and the corresponding number of turns. Adjust the spring to the correct number of turns using the 5/32 hex wrench. In this video, we are installing on a left-hand door. The closer body is installed with the adjustment screws facing down and the spring tube facing away from the hinges. Attach the closer to the door using the 4 screws. Install the parallel arm shoe onto the frame using the 4 screws. Remove the rod from the arm shoe And using the same screw and the washer from the screw pack, attach the rod to the parallel arm shoe post. Using the adjustable wrench, preload the lower pinion to 45 degrees and hold. Attach the main arm to the upper pinion on the closer body and secure with the screw. Ensure the flat on the pinion aligns with the arm as shown in the diagram. Open the door slightly, slide the arm tube over the rod. Begin fastening the arm screw through the tube and into the rod, but do not tighten. With the door closed, pull the main arm slightly away from the door, just past parallel, and tighten the screw. Making adjustments to the closer allows you to control the motion of your door. There are 3 hydraulic adjustments that provide for optimal door closer operation. The closer comes from the factory adjusted for a typical opening. Your closer may need additional adjustments depending on your installation requirements. Before making any adjustments, cycle the door twice to observe its operation. Please note, do not back out the adjustment screws too far. If you are close to backing out the screw completely, you should feel increased resistance. Once you feel this resistance, do not back the screw out any further. Backcheck is the hydraulic cushioning to slow the door as it opens. This usually starts at 70 degrees. The door will slow down to reduce wear on the door, wall, and hinges. Backcheck does not serve as a door stop. To adjust it, locate the backcheck screw, which is the screw closest to the spring tube. If additional cushioning is needed, turn the screw 1/4 turn clockwise and test. If less cushioning is needed, turn the screw 1/4 turn counterclockwise and test. Do not use abrupt backcheck or use backcheck as a door stop. The next 2 hydraulic adjustments are main speed and latch speed. The main speed is the speed at which the door closes from its fully open position to about 20 degrees. The latch speed is the speed at which the door closes during its last 20 degrees of closing. When changing these 2 closing speed adjustments, remember the Americans with Disabilities Act requires doors to take at minimum 3 seconds to close, from 70 degrees to within 3 inches of the latch. Locate the main speed screw. It is the valve closest to the pinion, on the side away from the spring tube. Make an adjustment 1/4 turn at a time, clockwise to decrease speed and counterclockwise to increase speed. Then, open the door and release it to observe the closing speed. Latch speed is the final adjustment. We recommend only small adjustments to latch speed. The latch speed screw is the adjustment screw farthest away from the spring tube. Make an adjustment 1/4 turn at a time, clockwise to decrease speed and counterclockwise to increase speed. Then, open the door all the way and release it to observe the latching speed. If the door is still not latching, increasing the spring power can provide additional closing force. However, increasing the spring power will require more force to open the door. To install the cover, remove the knockout. Then attach the cover to the closer body with the 2 screws. To complete the installation, place plugs into the remaining cover holes. For assistance, contact customer care at 877-671-7011.